Yodelay, 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 hoo. What did the goat say to the billy goat? Yodelay, 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 hoo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to The Looking Glass. My name is Mary Moses. If you've never seen me, what? I've been on TikTok 5 years, maybe more. And outside of TikTok, about 15 years, all over the Southeast. And I do an ancient art technique called scrying. The way that spirit works is if you're here, you're meant to be here. Hey, say hello. Hello. How many fingers am I holding up? 2. Rabbit. Boing, 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 boing. Where's rabbit going? Remember to have the heart of a child. Can we do a dog? Dog. There's a dog. How about a horse? How do you do a horse upside down this way? No, like this. I don't know. Thank you for the roses. I love you guys. So today we're going to be reading for 2 specific people, and then we're going to be giving free readings after that. So hold on tight. Also be aware that if spirit led you here, it's rude against spirit to leave if you were meant to be here. It's like spirit's like, okay, you're meant to be here. And then you're like, oh, but I'm not getting a free reading, so I'm leaving. And maybe there's a message for you. So be patient. Your spirit guides want to talk to you. Want your higher self, your double self, wants you to know some stuff. And I want you guys to know that I'm not here to teach you any ideologies or religions or anything. I'm really here to help you step into your power and to see what I see, and we interpret together. Sometimes I'm going to give you my interpretation. Feel free to interpret your own way. I can always be wrong in my interpretations, but I will say spirit is in control. I do not have the power to do this. It is spirit within me that has the ability to do this. And so, I'm very excited to be bringing forward Genevieve today. So hello, Genevieve. If you're here in capital letters, say I'm here, and we're going to anoint your piece with our butterfly today and ring our little bell to say hello and turn on the lights. Doing, doing, doing. Here we go. See if Genevieve is here. Thank you guys. Thank you for the roses. You're my angels. There we go. All right. So, this is Mushi. Mushi loves you. Mwah. Mushi is a butterfly that has rose essential oil. For those of you who have followed me for a long time, how many hertz frequency does rose essential oil hold? Anyone? Bueller? Hi, Jen. Jen Bees. You guys say hello to Jen Bees. Today, Jen Bees wants to talk to spirit, wants to know some stuff, wants to know that we are loved and supported and thought of, right? 340, good one. It is, from what I've read. Now, do you believe everything you read? I believe you could activate your essential oils with like the sun or with your own touch, or put it next to a bumblebee. Maybe it raises in frequency. I don't know. But they say it's between 320 and 340, and frankincense is 147. So why Mary was given frankincense, myrrh, and gold is because frankincense is a pain reliever and for childbirth, but also is very high in frequency and comes from a tree. So roses come from a rose bush, a flower. So, a little mushroom, transmuting other people's energy. When we mirror other people, we become them. We take on their consequences and jerk energies, and we suffer, precious, and we cry, precious. And sometimes our tears make a puddle of water, and it causes our reflection to be frowny face, and that was never the intention of God. So you have this stone brought to you today. It's called shadowkite. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It says, It's a channeling stone. It enhances your dreams and visions. It also heals the physical and auric bodies. It helps to ground you as it connects you to the higher realms. Work with Shadowkite to call in your guides and establish a stronger spiritual connection. Oh yeah, and it looks like this. That's why I'm blue, navy blue. However, I saw a lavender color when I thought of you. Lavender is the Holy Spirit. It's the color of the Holy Spirit. So, you ready? It's like on your mark, get set. You're getting on a roller coaster ride. And you're like, you know what? This time I'm not putting on my seatbelt. And the people are like, you have to put your seatbelt. And you're like, I'm not going to do it. What are you going to do about it? It's you fighting with logic, like logical people. You should put your seatbelt on. No, Spirit said no. I don't care if it's the law. I don't care that it's written down in history. I don't care what you believe about God or religion. Spirit told me this, and I don't care what anybody believes. And so this is what you're going through, is realizing that some people in their spiritual advancement are in Slytherin, some are in Gryffindor, some are in Hufflepuff, some are in Ravenclaw. And the person that's in Hufflepuff will look at Slytherin and say, you know, the person that you are studying about is evil. But that's because Adam and Eve thought of God as evil, kicking them out of the garden because they were, they didn't understand, right? Because the evil didn't exist. There was no evil. Then all of a sudden it existed, and all of a sudden they saw God as evil. And then the people at Slytherin would say, well, you just don't understand is the thing. So there's no sense arguing about anything, because truth shifts up and down like a roller coaster ride. You ready? I feel like some person is playing with your hair, like a spirit, like a motherly, grandmotherly, motherly type of thing playing with your power, which is your hair. This is like, hair is power. Samson had the 7 locks of his hair were power. And so you're growing your hair. You're growing your power. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. Something, 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 dun, 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 dun. When we initially begin to see these images begin to shift and change right in front of my face. If you can see somebody looking with a feather right here and studying, I would have to say that the very first thing that Spirit is saying to you is that that you're in you're in Hogwarts. You're learning, and this spiritual learning requires that we don't focus on the physical. It's a requirement that focusing on the physical actually keeps you to the law of the physical. And when we focus more on what Spirit wants us to do, then we aren't tethered to the laws of the physical world. We can actually do great and mighty things. But this face and everything that I'm seeing here is going to change. I just want you to be aware that initially I see you with a feather and you're learning, and it is a time for you. So you have numerologies coming forward. There is a person here with a bumblebee butterfly, birds, coming forward. Um, uh, uh, Crossing a bridge. Riding in a roller coaster right here. The roller coaster idea came from whomever this person is for you. And there you are, but you may shift from there. So this person says, the age of Aquarius is here. The letter M is the master of water is here. It is filling your head. These are vortexes. There's a star right there. I'm going to look for your spirit guide. You have something that possibly looks like a dragon or a horse, and then you have a bull right here. You have a star with a circle in the center. Now everything's changing. Watch what you eat, especially cheese. Cheese, for some reason, is not good for you. It's a piece of pizza. Be careful about eating cheese. You are also ingesting fire. This is the Holy Spirit going within you. When you eat cheese, it does something to you. Maybe yellow cheese, it has a natto seed in it. It makes a lot of people have allergies. And then there's somebody with 2 hands, giant hands, baptizing. And lots of people are coming. So you're supposed to be doing more than, and then you have a little alien here in a spaceship. And the reason I don't want to bring anything out is because this is shifting and changing so much that this is all, and then you have the Holy Spirit as like a Peter Pan looking fellow, but you do have a little baby inside an alien spaceship. It's a baby in there. And then you have 2 dolphins shooting out of the water to this man. And he's a bearded man, but he looks like, I don't know. I don't know who that is. And he's wanting to talk to you. He says, I'm behind all things. I'm invisible. Giant hands here. So, a treasure box that's opening and the little dolphins coming out and shooting up out of the water. And there's a man in your life that has a face that I don't like, with a long chin, and he has something over his mouth, and I don't like his eyes, and he has not a reptile but a lizard on his head, and let me see what he's doing, and he has a pyramid in his hand. And he's an evil looking thing. And he activates your low self-worth and an inner child that's been healed, and you went back to low self-worth again. And let me see what his agenda is. Let me see what he's doing. He's trying to keep you on the side of Earth, basically, instead of going through a great awakening. So now this has changed to Little Red Riding Hood. Be careful of the big bad wolf. So you're Little Red Riding Hood. However, it's changing again. However, I'm sorry, I won't be able to bring all of this out. But I will let you know you're in the eye of the needle. And when you're in the eye of the needle, there are requirements. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that inside of your consciousness is some divine spirit guide. And then, of course, you have a bearded man, and he has this nose that looks like this, and he has a beautiful smile, and he has ears that look like this, and his beard goes like that. And this is what Spirit wants you to see now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it forward. And this is you. And so you're wearing the Little Red Riding Hood, which is the eye of the needle, but it is also the fire. And it has a hood like this. And here you are. You have a kingdom. You have a kingdom to protect. Because Spirit says you have to create your future like the never-ending story. You have to imagine it. You have to create it. And then under the kingdom is a giant turtle. This kingdom is riding on the back of a turtle. And it has a Mayan looking, Aztec looking places. This, with stairways and buildings and these angels, here. And anyway, you have a Cygnus star system symbol here. I don't know if you've been sick or if Cygnus is just a star system that affects you, but it could reflect sickness, and you're floating. So you're not of this world, and people of this world and who are connected to this world will aggravate you. There's not going to be very many people that won't. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit finally wants you to see. Because that man, I'll go ahead and show you what he looks like if you don't see him right there. Do you see his face? It looks like, no, there are reptilians. So he's reptilian. But this individual is a their agenda is to keep you distracted through insecurities. And so there's a little girl right here. Can you see her? She's throwing up. She's insecure. And that's not you. That's not you. That's a trick. You're holding a cube, and it's like an ice cube. This is a piece of yourself, an emotion that you left in time that you have to take back or something. Anyway, you're leaning on this man's head. He says, lean on me when you're not strong. The song, Lean on Me. Some man. He's giving you a shield. It's time to put up our shield and to transmute and to block people. No one should know who you are. You are now invisible, and you have to, so you're going through the blazing star of Solomon, in the sense that that's the Christmas tree, there's the snow, and then here's the dolphin. And then that man that was there is like Solomon. It's strange. He has two towers above his head, but he looks like, he looks, I thought he looked like, like a bull, but he's bearded like this. And that's not Baphomet, I don't believe. This is, a communication of someone who represents the two towers of Solomon, and a bull, which is the moon. And so there's something about that. You have a lot of stars, and this particular star has a circle in the center, and it goes like this, and then it goes like this, this, and that. So, birds. A witch. She has sharp teeth. White hair. It's beneath you. It's a spirit that affected you and fed on you, and it is now below you if you didn't know. It's an ugly witch. I've seen them before. They feed on children mostly. So you may have had one on you when you were a child. That's why I saw the pizza. People who feed off the energy of children. And so your dragon is saying that that energy that was that ugly man, I'll show you what he looks like right here. Looks like that. Pointing chin, like that. But your dragon is the year 2024, is the year of the dragon. It is the time of fire. And so this dragon is blocking now. That reptile, there's a reptile right here. Has teeth, biting teeth. It's a reptilian. There's the tail. There's the legs. There's the feet. It's a reptile. So yeah. And then your dragon. So this is the second time I've seen a stone, like the stone that rolled away for Christ. There's a stone and there's a child. It's a parallel reality. There's a queen on a throne. It's a parallel world. Yeah, very strange beings coming forward in your reading. They're like, and you have another dragon right here. Like, a cow looking person. Ah, you have a little girl on a swing. She's smiling. This is it's like Hathor energy because this person looks like a cow, but also kind of looks like a dragon, and they're like a cow person. And anyway, they're saying right now, the only remedy for getting out of the ocean of chaos is to have the heart of a child, stay in the eye of the needle, imagine the kingdom that you want and the world that you want, and you're leaving the world behind. As far as love, I see this person here, but I believe that this person represents a time like the waters of chaos. He's a Santa Claus, so he is he's connected to Saturn, and then out of this shield are angel wings, wings. But you're not walking on water, you're sitting on water. And look, it says something. It says May. Huh. And that's Mayan, the Mayan calendar. May. So I really believe that that is Yam. And he is the god of the ocean, war, floods, chaos, child sacrifice. That's why I saw the pizza. And he sacrificed his own son. The I am God sacrificed his own son, but it's not a bad thing as we think, although it sounds really bad. It's because it's the story of Achilles' heel. And Achilles' heel is that Achilles' mother put him in boiling water, basically through torture, in order to make him immortal. And that's what the purpose of this world is to put us through so much pain, to take us to power and to make us immortal. But to bring Yam out of the water is bringing Voldemort into Hogwarts. So this certain energies like reptilians, they know the unseen world and they use people. So you're going to use your double self, your dragon, to meet people on the spirit realm to see who they are for real instead of what they're showing you they are, and make sure you stay away from reptilians. Otherwise, you're going to be bringing a flood into heaven. And to bring a flood into heaven is to bring Yam or Voldemort into Hogwarts, which will really cause a war and chaos within you and without you, and you don't have to do that. Let me see what Spirit has to say as far as a relationship. So there is somebody here, and it's like they have like a little kissy face. It's somebody who has a lot of water energy, dolphin, happy, joyful energy that brings out your inner joy and child, and will lead you like a dolphin jumping out of the ocean to your perfection, which is like a Christmas tree. Would it happen in May? Possibly next year, 2024, which is the year of the dragon. But there's a little warning here. You are in the iris, in the eye of the needle, and you are floating. However, you're not walking on water like Christ. You've been diminished a little bit because I don't know why you're throwing up, why you are accessing the mind of Yam or holding on to a cube with the letter Y on it. And then you have Saturn energy also. And then Cygnus. See how this thing is biting your soul, like wanting one of your souls. It is beneath you, but that spirit, you can actually look her up. She has a name. She's I've seen her, my son-in-law, he had a mother who adopted him, and she did nothing but set him up to fail and then point her finger at him when he would fail and constantly abuse him mentally, if not physically. And so I did a reading on him, and she has this on her. She feeds on children. That's why she adopted him. She fed on his ethereal net, making him weak, so weak, in fact, that they could do anything they wanted with him. And they look like an old lady, like a wicked witch with pointy teeth, and they feed off of children on the ethereal realm. And a lot of these energies adopt children. They're not nice people. They are very good at acting nice. To have that on you means that someone in your life had it on them. Luckily, it is beneath you. It's very close to your foot, which is the sole of your foot. It is trying to jump out of the water. It's something that's trying to get back on you, but you are going to learn to transmute so perfectly that, that when you are illuminated through the eye, the iris, the dark ones cannot see you or detain you. Reptilians, and Who is illuminated? Your inner child. What is the star facing? Your inner child. On a swing. Balance. Swing, balance. So Yam is trying to take your wings. You're trying to fly. And you need to block that with a shield. That is Yam. I've seen him before. He's got these skinny legs and this pointy chin. He's weird. So, I do see a relationship. I see planetary influences. I see a very gentle and loving dragon, which means 20 and 24 may be peaceful, gentle, and loving. But in order for this to actually manifest, that must be in charge. This and this. Your spirit, you have to obey. Your inner child must play, play, play. Be silly, be wrong, make mistakes, laugh at yourself, laugh at the world. Don't be this low self-worth. That's not even you. That's a lie. That's a total lie. So you're looking down into the water? No, ma'am. We're going to look up like the dolphin. We're going to understand the blazing star of Solomon. I know you know this because I know you're an advanced spiritual person. And I know that, that you have a lot of power, and it's so easy for us to get distracted. And it's easy for me to talk. You know, I have a husband and, all that. But I remember year after year after year after year, probably for the first 30 years of my life, in utter and complete loneliness, never being touched, never being loved. And it was so bad. But through all that pain came about an awakening, and that awakening luckily saved me out of the waters of the abyss. So a song that I keep hearing is a religious song. And I know this is going to sound religious, but feel me out on this really quick, because Spirit wants me to sing this for you, or at least say it out loud. So, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Now, I'm not saying you're in sin. I'm just saying to be in the waters of chaos, or even to be near it or touching it, is to be something other than the mirror of God. We're something that's out of balance, right? Very deeply something destined to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry, and from the waters lifted me, now safe am I. Love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me. That's love is going to lift you up. Souls and dangers lurk above, but Jesus completely saves. He will save you by his love out of the angry waves. He's the master of the sea, billows his will obey. He, your savior, wants you to be saved today. It doesn't mean you're worshiping him. It just means that you become Christ consciousness, following him out of the chaos of the sea. Love lifted even me, love lifted even me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, love lifted me. That's why the wings are there. Oh, that's why the wings are on his face. He's going to lift you out with love. That's what you need, like a dolphin jumping out. Aw, what an amazing love story. I was sinking deep in loneliness, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply confused within, destined to rise no more. But the master of the sea, that's Yam, heard my despairing cry, and from the waters lifted me, now safe am I. And you're in the eye of the needle. Love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Jerk, love lifted me. There you go. That's what Spirit has to say to you. So, the blazing star of Solomon. That's the dumbest star I ever drew. That's okay. blazing star of Solomon. Christmas tree, 12th month, number 11, presents. I'm going to tell you this. This is all about Saturn, Santa. This is all about, oh, that's why you have a cube in your hand. It's your gift. Oh, someone's wanting to take your gift. Someone's wanting to use your soul, your dragon, for their power. That's what the reptilians do. They distract you, make you sign a contract, make you weak, take your double, use your double for their power, and you get to go back into the waters of chaos, forgetting who you are. It's like the Golden Compass. Nicole Kidman, she had a baboon. She cut the animal off the children. What they don't tell you in that movie is they use the animal for their own power, which is called dust, gold dust. And this reptilian wants your dragon. You have to say, be gone before someone drops a house on your head, because you're not in their house. You're in your own house, your own kingdom here. So anyway, the 12th month, to be in the 12 is to be in time. 12 months, 12 hours, 12 zodiac signs. It means that your physical mind is still tethered to this physical world and is not awoken outside of this physical reality. But a tree is cut down. It will die. So dying of ourselves is a good thing, because what happens is the lights on the Christmas tree illuminates us. And when we became illuminated, we become twice born. Twice born means we are now becoming aware of a spirit world that is fantastic and very, very powerful, and will make you do amazing, fantastic things that will make your inner child stand on a swing and swing in delight. Okay. The blazing star of Solomon is about the Sirius C, the dog star, and many female energies that are connected to it, including Emma Yah. Emma Yah is the goddess of Sirius C, the invisible star. And the reason Yah is at the end of her name is because she dominates the Yah gods, including Yam, Yahshua, and all them, because the Yah means moon. So you're stepping into your gift, and you're going to be giving gifts to the world. You are illuminated. Your higher self is above you. You are below your higher self. You are simply the vehicle, the voice, the hands. You are the creator. And you have to create your new world. You have to create your reality. You have to create your everything. But spirit will give you gifts, but you have to be the creator that makes it go to fruition, right? And so you're in 13, according to your reading, you're more in a 14 category, but you're in a lower 14, which means you've become a master, but you are like going up and down. And this is the swing, and this is about balance. This is about transmuting. This is about invisibility. So the Christmas tree can be a triangle. It's fire. It's the number 4. And the invisibility cloak is flesh, spirit, and your double self working in a trinity to create an invisibility cloak where the reptilians and the dark ones cannot see you, detain you, or take your crown. The Bible literally says the dark ones will try to take your crown. Your crown is your double self, your dragon. In order to maintain invisibility, every single day you have to resurrect all of your emotions in the resurrection stone. Resurrect all of your interactions that day through breathing. Breathing exercises works on both the ethereal and the physical level. You're going to breathe back all your interactions. Some of your interactions just standing in Walmart may have been a covert manipulation. Maybe somehow in the unseen world, there was a wicked witch that was feeding off of you. So you're going to keep your ethereal net strong and pliant and illuminated like a Christmas tree through breathing exercises. I also encourage you to go underwater like a baptism every day. Speak a forgiveness prayer. Speak like the Cygnus in 4 directions. And forgiveness is not always kind. You're going to say, I am nothing and yet everything. I release you into your timeline and I protect myself and mine. Or you could say, I love you so much. Thank you for loving me back. If you take from me, I release you in love or whatever, just whatever comes to mind. For me, I just, I say, I love you. Thank you so much for loving me back. But it's a little, I use my imagination a lot. I open a door to an interaction that I had with someone. I see them standing there. I send them a rainbow of love. I love you so much. But then I know that we don't deal with flesh and blood. We deal with principalities and powers. And I say, thank you for loving me back. And then I close the door on them. I don't allow them in my space. Breathing exercises, bringing back the power that we gave away, stuck in timelines. If we indulged in low self-worth, victimhood, wanting, needing, and yearning, these are all what Yoda would say, pathways to the dark side. And so we have to focus and seek first the kingdom of God, and all the things that you want will be added unto you. The resurrection stone, what is the voice of God? What isn't? Who represents God? Who doesn't? Who is a reptilian or a wicked witch? Who isn't? Who works for the light and who doesn't? That is the eye of the dragon. It is called the Deathly Hollow. That is the blazing star of Solomon. It is also Jacob's ladder, where the star is at the top. So you need to focus on your gifts. You have a gift and you need to share that gift with the world. And I know that it's not easy, but Spirit says maybe get into a spiritual group. I used to be part of a drum circle. We used to hug each other, play with each other's hair, give each other massages. It got a little weird with some people. You could feel some perverted vibes and some weird people always high, acting crazy, but it was fulfilling for me. Maybe think about that. Let's look at who you are in a timeline in which these waters of chaos are not pulling you out of your alignment or out of your balance. All right. I love your name, by the way. Isn't it funny that Christ is the master of the sea, meaning that he dominated his own father, who is the God of the sea? What? I don't know what made me think of that just now. You remind me of the woman who sings, "The hills are alive with the sound of music." Ah, bum 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 bum, dun dun dun. So look at that big feather. Whoa, it's the biggest feather I ever saw. Sexy. We're in a pretty dress. You have your feet like this. What? Cute. You're a creator of new worlds. There's a tornado here. These worlds are falling like towers. And there's a lioness, like a Sekhmet looking lioness here with claws. Oh, she destroys. Oh, she's mean, but she's nice. Look, here's how it works. You connect with these certain energies, and if you're a jerk, well, they're a jerk. But if we actually obey spirit, and okay, you have this little boy here. If you obey spirit, well, they no longer are a jerk. You're sitting on a wall. Balanced. But that same dude is there again. I don't know who that bearded man is. It's somebody who follows you around. I don't know who that is. Who is it? I do know who it is. I need to stop saying that. Yes, I do. Why do you always hold an airplane in your hand? Are you Xenu? I know this goes to Scientology. The only thing I know about airplanes is Scientologists put someone's soul in what they called an airplane over 75 million years ago, and there's somebody stuck in a bottle. It's a bottle. And so no, he says no. He says it's a flute. But I don't trust him. So you're a pan. And there is a volcano there. I don't understand. Why are all these people, oh, she's the destroyer. The one who blows the flute or the sound, now it's turning into an ankh. So there's a story in the Bible that there was like 10,000 soldiers and there was only 100 soldiers or something like that. And they said, God, how are you going to save us? That we're going to be defeated. And he said, oh, don't worry. Everything is created and destroyed through sound or something. And he found these ankhs and they blew these ankhs and destroyed. So there's something about a destroyer. Anyway, that's what he looks like. He has these horns like this, and he has a flute, but it isn't a flute. It's an ankh, and and he's talking like, I don't understand. So oh 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 for you, Genevieve, your power is any jerk. The way that you're going to transmute a jerk that's trying to destroy your world, you have to write them in a story out of existence. So, okay, so let's say you're having a hard time. A family member is just constantly gossiping or doing something. Well, then you would go and sit at a table and write a story about that particular person and all of that, and write them out of your life in a story. And somehow that's going to work for you. Same thing with this kingdom that you were making. You have to create your kingdom. You have to actually write the story yourself. This is why people wrote Wizard of Oz, Harry Potter, and all that. They wrote their way out of a timeline. They wrote it in a story. And they reread the story over and over until it happened. So the pen is hitting this dude. And this is Zainu. This is your history. This is your soul trapped. This is things that have, you've gone over a waterfall. You went down into a waterfall. You fell into the waters. You fell. There was a god there with black eyes. He's not nice. He's Zeus. He looks like Zeus. And then there's like a spaceship. There's something over making everybody go to sleep. Like they put people to sleep. And then there's a god that's connected to a bear. Yes, he's there. Yes, he looks like Santa Claus. But anyway, if you want to get rid of the lower world, the ones who are like this, seated like this, with this symbol, I don't know what that means yet. You get your Taurus field, which is a tornado, sucking your energy out of your side, out of your energy. You have to write them away. Now, so you have this energy is and was Sekhmet, like a cat. I'm not saying she is Sekhmet. I'm saying she was a cat. She has now changed and shapeshifted to a horse. And she's saying, if you want power and you want the lucky horseshoe, so this is a rainbow horseshoe, you want good luck, you want your good luck dragon, you have to write it into existence. So if you want to be in love, you need to write the story of how it happened, how you felt, how they touched you, how they made you laugh, how you made them laugh, how much you love them. And even if it's silly, doesn't matter. You have a train here. There's a letter here. I don't know if it's the letter R or B. See it right here? See, I'm going to tell you something. Look at this guy. He has fire for hair. He looks like this. He's huge. He's like very, very tall, like Hagrid. Very tall. There's a train. There are people trying to go from a lower platform to a higher platform through you. They're not allowed. Like muggles. So here's death. And then here's little babies. And here's these people. This is a platform. And all these people are trying to get up to a higher platform through you. They're not allowed. Why? Because you have to do the work. You have to grow your soul yourself. These little souls, there's people in, okay, so no, so look at this, Genevieve. You are above the waters of chaos. This is a dam. This is the damned. You're not damned, but you're going to write a story, and you're going to affect the damned through these stories. And these stories will help you create your kingdom and take you to a higher realm and make your consciousness align with these higher realities. You have the letter M, Master. But don't allow. See, Hagrid is a very, very tall angel. You are a tall angel, and your job, I'm sorry, but I saw in one of my readings before where, was it Aphrodite? Somebody reached down and tried to help somebody who was in the world of the damned, and her consequence was she lost her chariot, and she went into the world of the damned with that person, lost all her power, all her memory, because the frequency erased her memory. But once we ascend, we don't look back. However, it seems as if you have let me see what it's actually saying. I'm not sure if it's saying that you are allowing energies to go up through your body to get out of the damned. But you're pointing down and you're sending a tornado to them, which would push them back into their own timeline with one finger. And with the other finger, you're writing a story that is getting rid of all negativity in your life and bringing love. And you have a rose in your hair. And a watch. A compass. So your dragon is your good luck dragon and wants you to know, don't look at the damned, people who are dominated by the dead, reptilians, artificial intelligence, or whatever. Write the story about what you want your future to be, who you want your lover to be, how you want yourself to be, and read it again and again and again. And that is your gift, not only for yourself, but others. Look at how the wing is riding on the shield. Your shield is writing it out. It could be a children's story. It could be a story just for you. But somehow, you creating your own kingdom through that writing, through your imagination, is your ticket to living in your ultimate timeline, where Hagrid takes you on the choo-choo train and you're out of the muggle world and you're in a world of magic, delight, and your inner child says, woohoo, and you fly and you don't look back. And if the muggles go, Harry, your mother and father was a witch. Yes, we have a witch in our family. Yes, isn't that wonderful? And they try to make you have low self-worth. They're muggles. That's a muggle. That dude is a muggle. Well. How often have we given our energy to muggles? Time and again and again and again. But now it's time to become invisible. They don't get to know what we think or feel. Now you're a master. Now the master walks on water. Now we don't look back. And I'm sorry, we let the dead bury the dead. And I'm sorry, but we're ready to fly. And are we gonna do it? Yeah, because we're gonna write about it. But muggles could never get on Hogwarts choo-choo train because it's invisible, and you have to be invisible to get on it. And that's what invisibility is. It's a secret. Yeah, come fly away. You have a lot of cloud energy also. There's clouds everywhere, smoke, clouds. You're probably going through the divine marriage of water and fire. That's why you as a fire is touching water. And that is the anointing. And when you're anointed, you get the heart of God. When you get the heart of God, it looks like you're doing a great job as far as power goes. Why you keep looking down in both timelines. I think that, I think you're fascinated. Let me ask. You have an invisible self that is looking up. This current self is looking down. You have no choice. You live in the physical body. What are you going to do? How are you going to just forget about the world, right? But your job as a physical person is to focus more on spirit, because seek first the kingdom of God and all the things will be added unto you. But I can't help but say that you are enjoying playing with these beings for some reason. And write about it though. Write about getting away from them. Get on that choo-choo train. Fly away. And your lover will find you. And as long as you have wings. Where's your wings? Oh, let's give you some wings. There you go. Now, fly off of the wall. Don't be another brick in the wall. And you floating right here is good. You know, Sekhmet is a very ruthless being that destroys. And so that I saw that this area was being destroyed here. If you're a destroyer, then you're like the Wicked Witch of the West. You will find out who's trying to get up into a higher realm, and you send them a tornado, and then They fall down. See, little baby munchkins can't make it to Emerald City. They have to do the work. Not saying you're a wicked witch. Saying that sometimes there is darkness that pushes people. And that's what a Slytherin is. Slytherin looks at the Harry Potter who keeps looking at himself in the mirror because Harry Potter lost his mommy and daddy, and Voldemort hurt him and killed his mom and dad, and he was abused by the Muggles, and that low self-worth of wanting to be loved, wanting to have a family, wanting to belong somewhere. He didn't belong anywhere. And Dumbledore said, Harry, if you keep looking in the mirror, you're going to bring Voldemort up here. And the Slytherin looked at Harry and said, lose your mother and father, did you, Harry? Afraid of Dementors, are you, Harry? Fear will get you, won't it, Harry? And then what did Harry do? Wouldn't listen. Kept on thinking about Voldemort. Before you knew it, a war broke out and he had to die again. That would have never happened if he would have just forgiven, let it go, seek first the kingdom of God, and all the things will be added unto you. And for your personality, you need to write it down. For your personality and your soul, it needs to be in writing, to write the story of your world that you want to get on that train. Thank you, Genevieve. I will look at your comments to see if you have any questions, and then we're going to move on. I will send you a text of the 2 pictures so that you can meditate on what Spirit is saying outside of my interpretation, because my interpretation could be wrong. You have a spirit guide, and that spirit guide will talk to you. You can take the pictures, turn it upside down. You could print it out. You can accentuate it. You can contrast it, and you can even paint it. So have fun with it, and have fun with looking at numerology. Elbows are blocking knees. I need. Nose means you know. Think of those things. A kiss, the kiss of God. And all the symbols that are in your piece are very positive. I just see balance needs to be in order, transmuting, and don't seek the kingdom of hell. The faces in the ocean, they bite you. The damned belong there. They don't know. They're not awakened. They're young. They have to go through pain. You've gone through it. Don't give them your soul. Fly through writing. 11:11. Is Emma Yah positive if the moon is not usually positive energy? The Dogon tribe from Africa spoke of the coming of Emma Yah as the second coming of our redemption. Everything is always faced towards Sirius B or Sirius C. It's to redeem us. I believe the invisible mother is like Mary Magdalene, but Emma Yah is like Freya, Gaia, Haya. These are all the females that dominate Yah. And I believe they're good, but I've never met them, so I don't believe anything I read. I do see that it is a divine mother who has a voice, and she really doesn't like us believing what we're told in the physical. She doesn't like the patriarchal male energy that says, well, this is what it says in the Bible and that's all I'm going to believe, because the divine invisible mother is a truth that changes and really requires respect. Like an oracle a long time ago was one of the most respected voices because they were the voice of God. If you even did anything against an oracle, it was death. And the respect was like, and that's kind of like what Emma Yah is like, and what these magnetic invisible energies are like. They're like, I'm going to tell you something that is going to grow you. But if we keep saying, oh, no, that's not what I read. That's not what is in, Zechariah Sitchin didn't say that. It's not in Egyptian mythology. The god Ra is the god of the sun. And if these invisible energies tell you something outside of what man has told you, and you prefer the story of man over the divine Holy Spirit, over the divine invisible mother, over Mary Magdalene, over these invisible energies, they will destroy you. And not meaning that they will purposely hurt you in a way, they will humble you so that you finally say, okay, I'll believe. And this goes back to the never-ending story where Bastian read about Atreyu going through the oracles. The only way to go through an oracle is to be an oracle. And Bastian said, okay, I will do what I dream. I will scream out the name of the new earth, of my new reality, where my good luck dragon flies and I'm happy. But he had to write the story. And he had to believe in the invisible. Where his father, a male energy, says, you have to have your feet on the ground, Bastian. But his mother was dead, which means the female was invisible. His father was visible. And he said, I have to have my feet on the ground. Not true. We can fly. That's what the mother says. Oh, you watched the movie recently? I tried to get my husband to watch it. And I said, come on, let's watch the never-ending story. Have the heart of a child. He's like, I would if it wasn't for all the puppets. I don't like the puppets. I'm like, oh, no. I love that movie. Yes, we can fly. Never-ending story. It does sound like the Game of Thrones a little bit too, doesn't it? Now, the Game of Thrones is about the feminine who finally comes into power. But alas, her brother was all about domination and power, and she had a little bit of that in her blood. Because there comes a precipice when the great mother tells you, don't worry about this world. Don't worry about ruling the world or changing the world. Don't try to harm people to try to fix the world. You've been given dragons. You're the dragon queen. So use that invisible voice and that invisible power to create your own kingdom. But let the dead bury the dead. Don't fight. Don't burn people down. Don't try to collect more people into your army. Leave them alone. Create your new world. And magic will begin happening there. But she didn't. She kept focusing on that world, and it killed her. You need to wake your divine masculine. Let me see if Mary Jane is here. Mary Jane, are you here, Cosmic Ray? Yes, you're here, Cosmic Ray. Cosmic Ray. Hello, Cosmic Ray. Happy birthday. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. I was writing you a song, and then my cat Nelson jumped on my piano. And I just want to make sure that Genevieve doesn't have any other questions before we move on. I would have to say, Genevieve, you're doing a great job. 13 o'clock is where your head is facing. 14, your inner child. You're doing great. You're just looking back is all that you're doing. If you were to look the other way, things would shift around and change. Your 4-year-old wants you to jump and climb on top of the light pole and jump to fly. Oh, I love that. I used to think I could fly when I was little, and I dream about flying all the time. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Yeah, I love this. A very, very great reading. I mean, if you really look, there's people hidden in your piece everywhere. A woman, and it's your throat's blocked. Not your throat, your voice. And I don't know what that means. It's like, okay, so your throat chakra is not blocked necessarily, but the white ribbon over the mouth is like the words of God need to come out in a book to the world, something. It was a fantastic reading. I very much enjoyed it. It's like a block right there. But it's like, it's a cube of white. It's an invisible realm. It's right above you. It's the letter M. It's a star. Ah ha ha. Sirius B the dog star. Aha. All right. Amazing. So don't worry. I will, text you your pictures before, or after I'm finished with the live. Mary Jane. Yeah, I think laughter is the energy that I hear for you. Cosmic ray. Because when I was writing you a song on the piano, Nelson jumped up and just messed it all up. Laughing at ourselves. Let's say that you're like so adept and you've learned so much about nature and elements and crystals and so much, and you've grown so much, and we take things really seriously. Like we wake up with a serious head. And so I was writing you a serious song, but then Nelson came and messed it all up. I think it's okay to mess up. I think it's okay to not take things so seriously. I think it's okay to laugh. You know, that's what I felt like today. Write the dumbest song you ever heard and laugh about it and let other people laugh about it and let yourself go. Like that's how you fly. You really let yourself go. You know, cause a lot of times I've been, every video I've been posting lately, somebody has to comment. Like I posted a video about divine timing and ordering a steak and mashed potatoes and Dr. Pepper, and then Spirit through a waitress brought me salad and water. And somebody commented, well, you should have actually gotten the steak. It's better for you. It's like we as spiritual people, I do it too. I do it too. I comment and try to say, well, this is what I know. This is your video, but this is what I know. And I know more than you, right? I do it too. I can be such a jerk sometimes when really I should just, not take spirituality so seriously. And so laughing at ourselves and laughing at it all really, really helps us to stay in the eye, stay in our balance, and not be, because I'm telling you, being spiritual and being a spiritual leader and all of that, trying to be this person, if I don't have the heart of a child, I've lost it. If I can't laugh at myself and my mistakes, I've lost it. And I think that we should remember that, or at least me. So let's connect with not just your son, and let's connect with your inner child. Let's remember that if you seek first joy, laughter, things will start working for you. And I see you running, and then your beautiful rainbow dress is like diminishing through not sure what. The wrong direction. I'm going to turn you around. Which way you're going to go? North. You were going southwest. No, you were going southeast. Turn you around. You're going to go northwest. Oh, you turn into a golden dress. Okay. So how are we going to turn you around? See what Spirit has to say. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. You alone can make it bitter right. So I think this is something so fantastic. You're invisible. You're wearing a headdress like the Mennonites wear. The Amish, the Mennonites wear like, what do they wear? Like, handkerchiefs over their head? I don't know what that is. I initially saw your son in a prison initially, and then he went from a prison to your lap. He's invisible. Down here is where he was in the prison. You're on a chair, and under the chair, like the Egyptians, there's somebody in front of you that's also invisible. little energy of some jerk. Not sure if he's a jerk. I've seen him before. Pushing your face to turn around. Bright eyes. A piece of you on a cross trapped. An energy that you need to retrieve. In a wedding dress on a cross. A piece of you on a tree. Somebody, a young girl. She has books for her hair. She's reading a book. This is a house. This is possibly a relationship potential and moving like a tornado, but not a bad tornado. There's a possibility that some energies in your life will try to turn your gaze away from them to keep you trapped. But we'll change that. You do have a cat energy here. You have the number 115. There's a number 5 there. So, let's let your sun come through. I don't know how to explain this. Let me look for a minute longer to see if I'm wrong. I can't see your feet. A feet means your soul. I want to make sure that you have 2 souls, that someone didn't take your soul type of thing. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But I just noticed that your son and you are sharing feet. I don't see your feet. I see his feet. So I don't understand that. And so when I started looking at it, I felt to, See, here's the foot. And so here's the chair. There's a place. There's a Christ-looking energy there. Like something with a halo. Almost like, I don't know how to say this. One piece of him is with you. The other person isn't. He's somewhere else. Like we live in a multidimensional something. And so one piece of him has the awareness of you and was with you, and the other piece, not so much. He's in a church. That's his other foot, his other soul, is here. But here, whatever that means, I'm not sure yet. So, under here is he's giving you a balloon. It's a happy birthday balloon. And it's a dog god or a cat god, some kind of crowned cat god, some kind of being. And it's giving you a balloon, and the balloon has a cat. It's the shape of a cat. And then it has the letter F, frequency. And then, and then there's a Christmas tree looking thing. Anyway, so let me just show you. So it looks like Anubis or Sekhmet. I don't know, but see, look at it. It changes and it's shifting, but it's kind of like a dog. And so they're reaching out their hands like this. And then they have this balloon, and it's a happy birthday balloon, but it's a cat, but it's a dog. Oh, I know what this means. I love it when I talk out loud like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I end up knowing what I'm talking about. See, it's okay to be wrong and right at the same time. You went from the dog to the cat. You're no longer in the curse of Cain. You've been through judgment. Anubis found your heart to be as light as a balloon, but happy birthday. If you can just believe. So there's the balloon. To go from the dog to the cat means go from a prison, the curse of Cain, the canine, to the lion, the cat, the female, the feline, the invisible world. There is a fence there, though. I don't know why, but Spirit will probably tell me why. But it's both telling you happy birthday. I want you to know you're no longer in the doghouse. You're no longer outside of the grace of God. You've been shown to have the heart at least as light as a balloon or a feather. You've been through judgment, the judgment seat. You've been released. Where will this balloon go? from there. So there's a ram. Or a little lamb, or is it a ram? No, it's a ram. There's a sun with points. Pointy sun. You have a leaf over your necklace. I see a relationship in your future. They are not quite at your level yet. Your son has two pieces to him, one piece here and the another here. I don't understand it. It's like a multiverse. There's a piece of him in one place and a piece of him in another place. You are holding hands. His hand is under his chin. Thank you for supporting him. If you do something for him in the spirit realm to help him out of a prison, I guess it worked, because out of a prison is what seems to be said. And I don't know how the spirit realm works. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't know what it's like on the spirit realm and what a prison would be like. But here is like a reptilian. It's that dang hat man again. There's the hat. It's a reptilian. It's like that. So this individual will try to turn your face away from someone who will take you to a different place. They have a light within them like you. And they don't have a reptilian. They have, and you have a very fierce dragon here that with lots of horns, not gentle, fierce, very, very fierce. And so 2024 is probably something that where this could possibly occur, but their eyes are closed, and they have something over your head like you do. I don't know what that means to have a handkerchief over your head. But I know that the Mennonites and the Amish, they had handkerchiefs over their heads. And you're like a white witch. You have white hair. That's why you came across as so white. You're a white witch. And there's a man that is also like a white witch that you will dovetail with. But that hat man, welcome home, Mary Jane. We've been talking about that dude since forever. I just don't let him manipulate you if he's still in your life. Just don't let him push your chin away. Take chances, I guess. I don't know. I know you have a family. I know how it is. But you have a baboon here. And now that I know what the baboon means, or at least what I think it means, because I did a reading for someone and the baboon was in it, and it was the golden compass, and the baboon on the golden compass was the jerk witch. She was a bad witch. And what she does is she takes the soul of someone, your soul of your foot, takes your soul and uses it for their own power. And that's what the golden compass was, right? And so this baboon is you have a daughter blocking the baboon energy. So it's nowhere near, it's like just looking at the foot, which is the soul of the foot. Just be careful of energies that you know better than I do, probably. And then you have a cute little giraffe over here. So cute. Boing, boing. I really believe that giraffes really reflect our ascension, our awakening, that we can see above others with that long neck. It's like your dragon has a very long neck too. So, see what's right here. It says, for some reason, I'm distracting myself from talking to him. I don't know why. Every time I even want to get there to talk, I'm distracting myself. Why am I doing this? Why do I keep doing this? Stop. I'm not stopping. Stop. All right. A book of symbols over your son's lap. A book of symbology. Ancient symbols, really. 23. This symbol keeps showing up. 5. Numerology. You're getting into the mystery schools. You know a lot of mysteries, a lot of studying. This makes a book too. Whomever you're going to be meeting that's going to be bringing you a new house is, I believe, something even much larger than this person. I'm getting an eraser. I gotta open an eraser. So, Mary Jane, I don't know if you want to come live with me to talk about this, or if you just want to comment, but there is like a stone or a planetary thing like right there. And so there's some things I don't really understand. Your hair makes a portal, and you're opening a portal, and inside the portal, if you look, is another world. Your power is opening and closing portals of sorts. Perhaps helping people escape from a prison on the other side, multidimensional worlds. Let's say that somebody meets you and they lost someone and they need someone to make sure that their loved one isn't stuck in a prison or that their loved one isn't being attacked. You, as a gifted person, open portals and helps people to get through Anubis, I guess you could say. So, yes, I am. I open a portal to help free my son through my heart. Okay. So this is over your heart. That's a portal right there. His face actually makes a portal, and then that's a portal. So what your son is saying, you succeeded, because when I first saw your reading, he was in jail. He was holding on to bars down here. He was in a prison. And then you opened a portal, and then the prison changed from the dog to the cat, which means you and I both know that the dog means the 7 generational curses of Cain. It's a prison. It's whatever. But once you get out of the dog, you go to the cat being a happy birthday balloon, happy birthday, and thank you for maybe helping me go from the prison, the dog, to the cat. And you literally saved him from a baboon from the Golden Compass, who cut the animal off of the children, which is your soul or your spirit. And they use your soul, rendering us weak and all of that. You literally opened a portal here and here and here, by the way. And protect your head at this time with something white, like a handkerchief, but it has to be white. I don't know why. It must be white. So, so here, if this is a secret communication to you about something you know that I don't know, then the portal is here. And then, and here, right where your ear is and your hair. And, if you have been thinking about someone coming into your life, 2024, if you don't get distracted from this person trying to turn your face away from a future, which certain people put you in different timelines. And this individual, seems like somebody who is just like you and will put you in a timeline that is in your favor and will be also in your daughter's favor and somebody else here too. Somebody who doesn't have a body, somebody who doesn't walk here, your daughter, and all that. So you kicked something that was trapping. Let me sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So good job. A little house down here. And a trap here, which was not a trap. But there is a fence there. And I don't know necessarily what that means. I mean, think about it. The balloon can't go up because the armrest is in the way. There's a ram there. It could be, you know, let me get that thing. It could be Aries, the sign of Aries in the way, like a planetary energy. But there's other symbols that look like the ram, which is called cobalt. And these are elements that that we work through in order for our ascension to take place. So the balloon needs to go up. Just think about it. Think about what it means for you. But anyway, his elbow is blocking. Aha. And he's a jerk. Reptilian. So take a picture and use this as a magical square. Turn it upside down, contrast it, paint it, print it 100 times. You can paint it one time, color it with crayons another time, see more inside. I mean, literally, there are secret messages everywhere. Of course, the general message is, you give me comfort. You help me, is what your son is saying. And you helped him. He was in a prison. So great. Good job opening portals. The leaf, I'm guessing, has something to do with your nature. You love nature, but I don't really know. Then, of course, you have the letter C here. And this individual is not only blocking or trying to push your face, but is literally blocking your hair. So certain reptilians in your life, you've been trained by your family to have low self-worth. And so it's easy for some people to use that against you. But you're becoming really powerful now. And you're doing amazing things on the spirit realm. And so things are going to start working in your favor. Don't worry about this world. Looks like someone is going to come into your life. Seek first the kingdom of God, which is joy. And then this will come to fruition. Look at it a lot and allow it to move within your consciousness, like memorize within your consciousness, so that it looks like a really good thing. So I don't know if your daughter's having any trouble in school or whatever, but she's looking at a piece of paper that has the number 8 on it, and she's blocking the baboon. And so So is your sun. Ah ha ha. Your sun's blocking the baboon. And that energy is an energy that tries to steal your crown and your soul. There you go. You see it a lot clearer now. The reptilian and the dragon are like face to face here, like bumping into each other. We need to get rid of that. Yeah, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Look at the fingers. Make sure you look at how many fingers are showing. Numerology is very important to spiritual communication. Look at how some hands just look like the letter M. Some children are learning to become masters. Which way are your fingers facing? All of these things are very communicative and talking to you in a myriad of ways. You'll think you'll see everything, and then 5-10 years down the road, you'll see that it just continues to talk. Because these symbologies are just layered. They're layers. And these layers, are like telepathic visions. Think about the fence, though. I don't really know what that means. You see faces and shapes in your shower curtain all the time. So, Mila, let me pin your comment. What you do with your shower curtain is you're going to start talking to your spirit guide, okay? And you're going to ask your spirit guide, hey, should I hang out with my neighbor? They're trying to be friends with me, and their vibes are kind of low, and I'm afraid that they have reptilian energy, and I'm not sure if I should hang out with them. You look at your shower curtain for an answer. You'll start moving your eyes around in a circle, and then you'll move your eyes around in another way in a circle, and suddenly you see a heart or a reptile, or you'll see a wicked witch, or you'll see a beautiful flower. If you see something positive, then go forward with the relationship. If you see a reptilian or a wicked witch or something evil, then that means temporarily no. God and your higher self can talk to you through clouds, water, stone, wood, anything, aluminum foil, your couch. All you have to do is ask a question and then look at something that has the ability to change shape like a stone or a shower curtain and wait for the answer to be shown to you. And your higher self will talk to you all the time. That's where the young girl was looking inside the fuzziness of a TV. You can use anything. You can use a wall. Look at the wall and ask a question, and spirit will tell you what the answer is. And so the art of scrying doesn't just permeate in paper or even in wood. It's inside your mind, and it can be anywhere and everywhere. You got some chalk to see if you could do it. I've always looked at walls and saw pictures. Yes, you have the ability to see the truth, and to play with your truth. Because if you see a lot of evil, you literally ask spirit to change what you see as evil into good. And that is the power of being a child of God. What seems to be evil, your creative power can change it into good. So you can literally take what I saw as her son trapped in a prison. I didn't want to bring that forward because that was just a communication as to where he was. So even if you see something evil, give yourself a minute and see if you could see that something was changed about it. And so I kept looking to see if he was still in this prison. And then I saw Anubis and I was like, uh-oh. And then I saw the balloon, happy birthday. And then I saw that the dog represented a prison that was released through the cat for a birthday. And then I saw the portals. And then I realized, that this changed. And so that's the art of the magical square. Don't bring out the worst case that you see. Ask Spirit if the remedy has already occurred or is occurring right now. And you make the remedy occur. Your job as a creative being isn't to bring out what is or what was. Your job is to take what you see and raise everybody up through healing and peace, because the reptilians and the certain energies of the archons want to take what is and change it into bad or worse. But we as light workers take what is or was and raise you up through our creative power and turn you from weak into power, from ignorance into knowledge, from darkness into light. Zim like a dial, and take what man intends for evil, intend it for good. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, when I used to read for people, let me show you what I saw. When I was, let me use this tree as an analogy here. I've got all kinds of weird art over here. This one. When you see someone in a cave looking like a caveman, this is someone who's asleep. And they grow through different symbologies. And we all affect and infect each other and grow on the tree of life up, 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 up. But I am one of these hands. I am this hand. I was made to be this hand, which helped, if you follow the hands, helped this individual come out of darkness and ignorance and into the birds, the deer, light, and life, right? So does not Cosmic Ray have those same hands that take something that was in here into a portal of light and life? Does Cosmic Ray have people who try to divert her attention? Well, of course. This is the test. Once she defeats the reptilian, her dragon's going to grow stronger. Her giraffe. And so low self-worth is something I've battled with every day. Every day. I don't know if I'll ever fully overcome low self-worth. I know that I've done pretty well of overcoming self-importance. Like, everybody look at me. Look how great, blah, blah. I used to be like that because I wanted the whole world to love me. And I thought, if I was just good enough, if I just did this, if I just did that. But that's part of the program, is to give us low self-worth through pain and then push us and push us and push us, like the character 11, through isolation, through condemnation, through all kinds of psychological acrobatics to get us to perfect ourselves. And they do come off as jerks. But once we defeat them, they disappear forever. You've self-isolated since 2015. Oh, I want to come and play patty cake with you and brush your hair and make you some hot tea and we'll put on costumes and walk into your local stores over there and shake stuff up. We call it energy bombs. You do something that people don't normally do, and it changes things. Kind of the art of creating a portal. It's getting it's a physical prayer. My daughter and I used to do this. She used to be so funny. We would dress up as a cat and a dog. We would go into Dollar General and the dog would chase the cat. And we would just run into these stores with her going meow, meow, me going ruff, 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 and chase the cat. And we called it Chase the Cat. And we would just go in and out. And it was so surprising how many people didn't laugh or smile. So surprising how many people were so serious. Thought it was so, like, that's disruptive. Well, that wasn't normal. It's like, oh, come on. Where's your childlike heart? Are you a reptilian? Like, what's wrong with you? You know, it was so fun. Yeah. I just see you living in a boring place. Boring people. It's like, shake some stuff up. And hopefully we did that today. And I do believe, and even Genevieve and I were talking before I went live here, where she said, I believe that your magical squares do change things. So hopefully they do. You had your kids rummage the candy aisle on Halloween. You had a blast. Oh, I love that. Then symbolizing a destruction of an obstacle keeping us from self. The princess symbolically. Yes. Be the disruptive in the system. Or on Step Brothers. We're here to shake shit up. Are you saying Pam or Pan? You know, and these very serious people, you just, I don't know. Hey, guess what, Cosmic Ray? Let's go to some interviews. Let's go sign up for a job interview, you and me. But you have to wear, let's see, what would you be wearing? You're going to be wearing, a very, very big sun hat, like outrageously big. And under the sun hat, you're going to have butterflies dangling down with bells. And it blocks your face. And you're going to wear a black dress. And you're going to have this glow-in-the-dark necklace that you activated before you went in that glows so brightly that they can't look at you. They keep looking at the necklace. And you're going to walk in with a mirror. You're going to hold a mirror. And you're going to say, I'm sorry, but I have to look in this mirror. I can't look at people. But it's so nice to meet you. And then you're like jingling and just being all crazy. And we'd have to videotape it and put it on YouTube. And see how serious the people are. I'm sorry. The position's been filled. I'm sorry. What? You didn't hire me? Practicing becoming an actor by shaking shit up. Or go to the bank. Well, you get in trouble with a hat with a bank. What could we do at the bank? Man, or insurance agency. Those people are low vibes. Let's see. For me, I would walk in the bank with Monopoly money and be totally serious that I won Monopoly and I wanted to change it and deposit it in my bank, please. It's $5,600. What do you mean it's not real? Yes, it is. I bought it. My husband told me it's real. Do you want to talk to my husband? These golden trains and hats and everything are also real. Do you guys have a gold exchange? Why are you arguing with me? Everybody knows Monopoly money is real. You cannot break character. You cannot break character. You cannot start laughing. That's the issue. I would start laughing. So I'll text you a picture of this. This is very, very positive. I wonder, though, if this is also you. So strange to have your son here and your daughter there, leaning on the shoulder, leaning here. Isn't it strange? Think about that. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I love you. Happy birthday. Ding, ding, ding. Here's your bells. Happy birthday. Sparkly light. What, what, what? Or how about this? We get the Marauders map. We go to a gas station. We say, hey, could you look at this map and tell me where Texas is? I'm lost. And it's the Harry Potter map. And we videotape it. But you can't break character. My birthday is October 22nd. 22. All right. So now I could really use help knowing why my energy is so drained each day when I'm supposed to be awake. Amy Shelton Powell. Is that your actual name, darling? Congratulations. These readings usually cost $50. This is your lucky day. Send me a rainbow energy from me to you. I get a feeling that of you are spiritually starved, or something about food, or your acidity, something about your acidity level of your body. Everything else, I don't, bones, frailness of bones, something, that is physical, that, when we are acidic, we wouldn't know it. Maybe it's something you don't know, but it's affecting your spirit. So that's what's in my head. We will see, what spirit has to say. So Amy Powell, congratulations. Let me see what you're saying. But your name is Amy, right? Okay. So the song that enters my head is "Talk to Me Like Lovers Do. Walk with me like lovers do. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun." What are the words to that song? Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a melody, falling on my head like a new emotion. I wanna walk with this something, something. I wanna talk like lovers do. Want to dive into your ocean. Is it something for you? Okay. The very first thing I see is this white woman here. And she's holding a wand or a flute. She is illuminated. I believe it to be you. But there's a soldier that's an alien. I call them prison guards. Over here. There is a clock tower here. You're giving your wand to a wicked witch of darkness. It's not hers, it's yours. This doesn't mean it's a woman. It means something else. Is it religion? It looks like a pope. It's it's an idea or a religion or something you're selling your power to. That's not true. Oh, the only truth that is true is what is illuminated, supposedly. That's what they say. So let's bring you out just to kind of solidify what we're seeing here. And here's your hand. You have a white hand of God. There's the wand or the flute. Here and here. And someone's trying to take it. And I'll tell you what they look like. But above their head is a church or something. Um, you know what I would have to, and you have a man back here, somebody who loves you. It's three monkeys. It's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Monkeys. So let me show you. Here is, I'm going to tell you a story about what I know about these monkeys and that energy, and I don't know if I'm right about it. But I know that the three monkeys come from Japan. That's where the gin comes from originally, supposedly. Now, when I was about 5 years old, my dad made me take off all my clothes and he whipped me with a belt so badly. And then he did some inappropriate things with my naked body. And then, and I screamed so loud from the pain of being hit by the belt buckle and all of it that I urinated the floor and I kind of blacked out. But something happened where I looked under my bunk bed and I saw these three monkeys. I don't remember anything else after that. All I remember is laying in bed, screaming and crying, and then my dad comes in wearing a mask, or he was a reptilian, I don't know, scared me and told me to shut up and pinched me. And that person reminds me of that. Like you were traumatized and it was erased from your memory. And it takes your power away. And I don't know what happened quite yet, but you have a piece of your inner little child that has forgotten something. And something needs to be, so it's almost like you have a very kind, Christ-like looking God-like being around your little child and all that. But there's so many things that goes into this that, so why is it blocking you and what's going on here with that and what is going on here? So you touching that is not appropriate because you're a light being. They're dark. This is darkness. You are light. And it just goes back to the story. In your physical world, in your physical life, you need to recapitulate your past through breathing exercises. Take back this power that was given away. I don't know what happened to you. Not sure. but somehow it's coming back into your life, or somehow what happened back then, the planetary alignments of what happened back then are coming back into your consciousness or some kind of thing, and it's taking away your power because you're touching that again. There could be more to this, okay? So there's 3 little pigs, the 3 monkeys. And so 3 little pigs. One built a house, and there's a dead grizzly bear. One built a house of stone, one built a house of sticks, one built a house of hay. And to make your house a house of stone, and now it is turning into a house, where the big bad wolf doesn't blow it over, we have to, okay, it's actually being healed right now. That being is right here. You're being told, please let your spirit guides and the ones who love you to work for you, and seek first the kingdom of God and know you are protected and loved. You do have to do the work to build the house of stone, but don't give your power away to the past or to anything, or be angry at the past. You're actually putting your hand around their neck. You know, you would think that someone with hear no evil, speak no evil, or see no evil is good. But it's not. I don't know what that means necessarily. That's what I saw. So here's the 3 little pigs. 1, 2. One of the pigs has their eyes closed. One has their eyes open. The other one looks like a Yoda, like a Jedi. So I think it's like we transform from, and then, so I don't know what happened here. So there's just something that happened. And you know what? Thank goodness my memory was erased from what happened. All I remember is laying in bed and screaming and all that. So it's something that has to be recapitulated and healed, and frequency is affecting your heart chakra, and waves, frequency, maybe electromagnetic waves. And then this is a house, and there's a Buddha looking man yelling. And it's the wolf from the Neverending Story when he bared his teeth and he was like fighting, and it was like trying to kill Atreyu. That's kind of what it looks like, and it's dead. And then so you have an elephant over your head. And another elephant here. This takes us to Eastern religions with the rat or the mouse, and And that was a little overwhelming. It may be something that has been blocked from your memory. And regardless, your heart chakra, you're actually very powerful. You are illuminated. The dark ones shouldn't be able to see you or detain you. But we can't fight with anyone who is dark because we will get their darkness on us. But I see what's wrong is frequency messing up your Taurus field and you getting entangled with some dark energies because of it. So how this plays out with something that happened, I'm not really sure yet, but I will tell you about the Taurus field. Your Taurus field looks like an apple. The sun has a Taurus field. Everything pretty much has a Taurus field. It goes in and out of itself, like the number 8. And it's known as the apple. Shamans and ancient Egyptians, everybody knows about your luminous egg that is either called an egg or an apple. An apple with a bite out of it is not good. You can look up who designed that apple. It was a female who designed that apple. And you can look at why they designed that apple that way. And they will tell you a story that is probably not true. The truth of the matter is technology, like the Apple iPhone, computers, 5G towers, radio waves, microwaves, different kind of waves, literally siphons and blocks the heart chakra from performing on the ethereal level. It's called your luminous web or net. And so if your luminous net has the upside down rainbow on it, this is the letter W. It's the upside down rainbow. And then this is actually called hell or Helios. And this up here is called the arc. And it is the 2 arches of McDonald's, right? So you have M and W. And this is the master of the water or the wattage and the magnetism. It actually is wattage, magnetism, electromagnetism, like that. It looks like the number 33, a lot of these things. To make your ethereal net strong and pliant so you can activate your double and go places and do amazing things, it's a matter of your mind, your body, and your spirit working in divine unison and knowing that your actions are a prayer and all these things. But sometimes our environment and technology really messes us up. So I made a hobbit house. I dug a hole and made a hobbit house, and I block EMF waves, and I put my phone in a blocker every night. I give my spirit a break from positive ions. Technology emits positive ions, and it will get into your ethereal net and do some stuff to you. You may see on the dream realm some pretty terrible things, or you may be feeling very terrible energies, and they're not your energy. It's actually an energy that you're touching or you're near. This person's body looks like a tower. It may be a tower. It may be a cell tower. It may be that you your heart chakra is blocked by this battery frequency symbol here, the upside down umbrella, rainbow, which is basically saying it's pushing you down, right? So how do you get negative ions? Negative ions come from basically nature. So when you get out of an air-conditioned house or office or car, your negative ions rises, and it's so healthy for you to get out of air conditioning. The positive ions in air conditioning, like let's say you go outside and there's 1,000, I don't know how they measure it, whatever, of ions. Air conditioning has like 5. So it's like you have so many more positive ions when you're under air conditioner all day. Negative ions comes from nature, but mostly from the sun hitting the salt water. So a Himalayan salt lamp is heat and salt, but they don't tell you that you are a natural negative ion emitter. Your tears are salty. Your sweat is salty. So the ones that want to distract you and destroy you and make you weak will try to get you addicted to sugar. So let me tell you how to work your holy temple. And then we're going to look at you where you're not in this position. Frequencies and energies either lead to life or death. That's all there is to it. So if you're healthy, you will resonate between 70 and 100 hertz. If your immunity is compromised, your frequency literally goes down to 60 or less. When you're about to die or you are dying, it goes 25 or less hertz. So if you are in an air-conditioned room and you're getting a lot of positive ions, it's literally not just affecting your spirit, your ethereal net, but it's affecting you physically, possibly. So you'll want negative ions. Negative ions is you eating Himalayan sea salt with your meals, which has over 84 minerals. And do not overeat salt. It'll make you anxious and make your heart be rapid and all that. Everything in moderation. But you're going to want to give up sugar and some carbs, because your lymph nodes uses salt as an antibiotic. And that's what your body needs to run. Oil, olive oil, water, clean spring water, and salt. Salt is the antibiotic. So you're going to maybe change your clothing. You're going to want to wear linen clothing. It has 5,000 hertz frequency. Rayon, polyester, nylon has 15 or less. Buy some rose essential oil. It has over 320 hertz frequency. Frankincense. You can anoint your bed. It has 147 hertz. Get into binaural beats. But protect yourself. Why do so many masters have a protection over their head? Protection, 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 protection. Because they know there's a frequency manipulation, not only from Saturn, but from all kinds of sources. So, I bought an EMF blocker cap. I bought even if you turn your phone off, it's still doing something. So I put my phone in a pouch that blocks it. So if you're right near a 5G tower or something like that, right near EMF waves or too much air conditioning or something like that, then if you own your own property and you have a hill, make yourself a hobbit house. You dig a big hole, you make a door out of whatever, and you can clean it and line it with aluminum foil or something, but underground really helps to block. You can get a tent and line it with aluminum foil, and it helps to block EMFs or whatever. But whatever you have to do, it's affecting you somehow. So let me read to you about EMF, or about your ethereal net. So your ethereal net looks like an apple. An apple with a bite out of it is not good. An apple with a bite out of it is someone taking your power or energy, whether it's purposefully or not. So for you to be a natural negative ion emitter, you're going to want to diminish sugar and integrate drinking clean spring water, get rid of soda, get rid of coffee, and start making sure that your pH is 7.0 and you are hydrated, and make sure that you have enough negative ions in your life. This will make your ethereal net pliant. Your ethereal net is a luminosity that surrounds your physical body. This web of energy gets torn to shreds during daily living. Huge portions of it become lost or entwined in other people's bands of energy. If a person loses too much vital force, they can become ill or die. Breathing works on both the physical and ethereal levels. It repairs any damage in the ethereal net and keeps it strong and pliant. What you might like to know about your ethereal net is it is connected to the 2 towers that fell. So if we're looking at your ethereal net and it looks like MW, there was some energy in the world that tried to make something happen in the physical to destroy your double powerful ethereal net that can do amazing, miraculous things. And they do it in the physical to affect the spirit, as above, so below. So what did they do to try to affect our ethereal net that's connected to MW? In 2001, the 2 towers that looks like the number 11 sat in front of a body of water that looks like the number 11. You might like to know that in 2001, the sun flipped its polarity, its magnetic polarity. The sun flips its magnetic polarity every 11 years. You have a elephant on your head. The carnival connected to the elephant was always celebrated on 11/11. It's called Topsy-Turvy Day. Everybody knows that the sun flips its polarity every 11 years. So 11/11, the 2 towers, is the twin flame. Your twin flame is your physical body here has an invisible twin flame that is connected to your luminous net. It's called the World Wide Web on the bottom, and the Master Mason of Mithra, Mary Magdalene on top. It's the mirror. Well, the 2 towers that flipped looks like the M here and W here. 11/11 is 22. And 9/11 equals 11. 9 plus 1 plus 1 equals 11. And the Freemasons know about it because they know about the net, the World Wide Web. If you study sacred geometry, you know everything is a mirror. And when you put this in a mirror, it makes MW, which is the net. And so to destroy this is to do things to us. And the cell tower, which is a tower, does stuff to us. So be aware that there is an agenda against your ethereal net, because what can your double do? What can your invisible self do? Why doesn't the Bible talk about this? Jesus talks about being born again. Being twice born is your ethereal net. It is your double self. It does exist. It can manifest as an animal, like a holy dove or an elephant. What can your double do? Anything we want it to do. It can jump over trees or fly through the air or become large or small or take the shape of an animal. It can become aware of other people's thoughts or become a thought and hurl itself in an instant over vast distances. It can even act like the self. Jesus met his disciples. His double saw him. It looks just like Jesus. It's your born again self. Yeah. So if you know how to use it, you can appear in front of someone and talk to them as if you are really there. But if we let go of our physical body and allow our double to take over, then we are not bound by the laws of this physical world. If our awareness is tied to your double, then we are not affected by the laws of this physical world. Rather, we are governed by ethereal forces. But as long as our awareness is tied to the physical body, our movements are limited by gravity and other mental and spiritual constraints. This book is called The Sorcerer's Crossing, A Woman's Journey by Tasha Abelard. It's really helped me. I encourage you guys to get it. So you are focused on a tower. You are focused on the Wicked Witch of the West, the World Wide Web. This focus is keeping you bound to the laws of gravity. For you to overcome this, we need to switch you from the upside down WWW, Wicked Witch of the West, to MMM, MM, and that's Mary Magdalene. You might like to know that Magdalene means tower. And so we want to switch the tower from the phallus of Osiris, or the Azkaban, where Sirius Black, the dog, was in Azkaban for 12 years, a prison tower, to Mary Magdalene, which is the invisible mother. You look like the invisible mother. You look like her. But there's something that happened to you. And the big bad wolf came and something happened. But you're being shown the Christ consciousness grew and has grown through you, in the sense that you went from the moon to the sun. Yah means moon. Shua means the ray of the sun, like the rainbow that goes like this. So Yahshua is moon, sun. He never said to pray to him, not ever. He never said to worship him. He deterred it. He said, you worship me, but your heart is far from me. He said, follow. That makes us stand up and do a lot of work in order to become like him, because he said we can be as powerful as him and more, and that we have the power to move mountains, towers, anything. But in order for us to do that, we have to let go of what was and what is. And we have to use our creative ability to create new worlds. What is to become? Create Hogwarts. Make yourself fly like Wendy through the window. And the Peter Pan, maybe this that you're holding is not only your it may be the wind of the Holy Spirit. The Peter Pan is the Holy Spirit that blows through the windpipe to get Wendy out of the window, to take you to Neverland where you never die. Out of the windows of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 chakras, 7 wounds of Christ, 7 spirits of God, 7 generational curses of Cain, 7 colors to the rainbow, 7 musical notes, 7 metals, 7 trumpets, 7 seals. And so if this is a wand, it is really a flute, it is a scroll, it is so many things that is taking you from the number 7 to the number 8. And the number 8 is your Taurus field. It is eternal life, your Taurus field. Papa? Do you hear me? I hear somebody on the door. But anyway, the 3 monkeys, I would look into the origin of it. I think it's connected to the jinn. And if you think about it, the Bible starts with jinn. Now, the jinn was called Djinn. I believe they were from Japan. But King Solomon controlled the jinn and put them in bottles made of lead. And the jinn are known as the geniuses and the genies. And so when we were born, the Quran says that we have the jinn inside of us. That may be why our Bible starts with jinn and genes. And then, of course, the Gentile is half jinn, half reptile. And we were cursed for 7 generations. So the jinn may be that there's a lot of darkness or a lot of ignorance or a lot of pain and a lot of things that have happened. But you might like to know that the 1111 is our original form. The Adam before Eve was cut from Adam was androgynous. They self-impregnated like Jesus' mother Mary. And so the androgynous ones they had 22 chromosomes, which is 44. But something happened to our genes where they separated us like Adam separated from Eve into male and female. And this changed us from 2346. So there's a lot that goes on with that number 11. You might also like to know that the element of salt is the number 11. So Jesus Christ has 11 letters in his name. So there's a lot that goes into. Let's go ahead and see where you're supposed to go. Let's change your timeline. I see that you are so illuminated. I don't know why. And isn't it funny how energy, if you use breathing techniques to make your ethereal net strong and pliant and connect to the Holy Spirit and begin to do and step into your power that you were promised that you could have, then this is what you would look like, okay? So you have three faces to you. You're a three-headed, three-faced goddess. That is an anointer. You touch people. You and your double work together to anoint people, but you have three faces. One of your faces looks like this. You have a heart here. And then the other face looks like a man. But no, a crowned. You're crowned. But the face in the center is kind of invisible, and that's the bottom of the face, and the hand is covering the face like this to anoint the person to become invisible. Now, invisibility is, so here's the upside down heart. So one, it is dark and light. Oh, that's why your piece looks like that. You're working with dark and light. So anyway, your second self is anointing someone, but it's all you. You are 3 in 1. You still have the elephant. And one of your hands goes way out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You really, really should get into studying the elephant. Ganesh is from Eastern religion. You have a ladybug. This means make a wish. All the dots on the ladybug are how many wishes you're going to get. And it also represents Mother Mary. Mother Mary is the ladybug. And you look like Mother Mary. You might like to know that the moon represents the gray elephant, but this elephant is pretty white. It's sucking up monsters. A very strange, grotesque. I guess they would be like the djinn, but it's like literally sucking up monsters. I guess you're learning to transmute negative energy, take it, and then turn it into clean living water. And then when this energy is inside the belly of the elephant, there's a man who looks like a tower, who also looks like Christ on a cross. And they have to die before they die and transform into not a monster when they're in there, in the moon energy. It says man. And it's like Mother Goose. And so, I get it. Let me tell you what you do. Let me tell you what you do on the spirit realm. Your double is an elephant. Sucks up the jerks. Goes into the body, which is, look, all gods, all higher selves are houses or places of time. So Jesus represents Pisces. He left the temple at 12. He had 12 disciples. The 12th house is Pisces. The 11th house is Aquarius. He says, follow me to living waters. Okay. All of these are allegories. So they get sucked up in your energy. They have to go through the crucible, the cross, awakening to the mirror of God, mirroring and obeying God. Now, if they come out, they go through the mother goose, which is you, through the heart chakra, and look at how the elephant goes down. They're in the lower world, the damned. But then through this part of yourself, the elephant's going up. Yay. Whomever went through the body of the elephant, which is also you, got to ascend. Yay. The heart, right? You have the number 13 there with the heart. That's a master. Now, your other self takes people and puts them in a prison. They descend. But you're like the little squirrels on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that feels people to see if they're a good nut. This one who has the crown is touching someone. Are you a good nut or are you a bad nut? If you're a bad nut, we're going to put you down the garbage chute. If you're a good nut, we're going to keep you. Boom. You do a lot of things on the spirit realm. Unfortunately, you will be ruthless, but that's okay. Jesus was ruthless too. He said, if you don't hate your brother, your mother, your sister, even your own life, you can't make it through the eye of the needle. He said, let the dead bury the dead. He said, any man that bears no fruit should be cut down and thrown into the fire. He told a woman who said, Lord, please help my daughter. He said, I don't throw bread to dogs. This ruthlessness is about knowing your duality. On one hand, love your neighbor as yourself. Yes, because it's in divine timing and they have been found worthy. And on the other hand, no, they are not. So this is dark and light, and that is what you're learning, dark and light. However, the story is more than that for you. It's more of a frequency. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure your pH is balanced because your holy temple is your body. And your higher self needs you to make your holy temple holy and activated. So take a picture of this. If you need a better picture, you can text me. You go to my website, forestfairy.com. No one texts me past 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Otherwise, I block you. Even if you purchase from me and you text me too much or too late, I will block you and refund you. Okay. So, this is the fire. This is the number 3. This is a diamond. This is a crystal. This is good luck. This is the Mother Mary. This is duality. This is the anointer. This is a judge, but also a savior. So there's a lot of things that you will do like Christ did. On one hand, you're going to tell people, I don't throw bread to dogs. And on the other hand, you're going to help people ascend. So learn to work with dark and light. It's okay to be both ruthless and yet wonderful. So here you are light and here is dark. The rest of it the rest of all this information, you have the elephant going down, and then this elephant is up, going up. So that is dark and light. Upside down rainbow, right side up rainbow. And I'll tell you this, becoming an oracle is not easy. Learning that what you see is not you. When you think about people, you're going to see through their eyes. And if you seek first people who are dead or the kingdom of hell, which is Helios, you'll see through their eyes and you'll start attracting their energy. You'll get their anger, their suicide energy, their perversion, and you'll feel like it's you 100%. And if you're not careful, you'll not only take on their thoughts, their beliefs, their energy, you'll start labeling yourself as that. And before you know it, you're going to start taking on their consequences. No, I'm not taking any more on the list today. I'm sorry. I'm going to go eat dinner with my husband. This is my third reading today, but you can order a reading if I don't call you or I don't give you a free reading. You can order on forestfairy.com. It's $50. You do not get the original, but your session can last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. You text me right after you order, and then I will set your appointment. Currently, you would have to wait. Let me look at my appointment book. Oops. Currently, you're going to have to wait until the 21st. Wait time. So it's just whether it's in divine timing for you to receive a reading or not. If you feel led to get one, I will say that the wait time is going to increase. I just turned on my readings yesterday and I'm already booked almost a week. So I do try to give as many free readings as I can, but for those who sincerely want one, I opened my readings for you to get one by going to my website. So thank you, Amy, for teaching us about the elephant, about symbology, about the monkeys, about dark and light, about our ruthless character of working for God and our kind character working for God. It's not always kind. All right. Do you guys have anything to say before we go? Let's see here. Oh, you're so welcome, Amy. If you have something in your past that did bring about this trauma that I saw, don't think twice, baby. It's already gone, number one. Number two, use breathing exercises and tell your higher self, I want to breathe back all the trauma and pain that somehow, somewhere had been erased. And believe me, I have seen in many readings that these aliens that are prison guards erase our memory of something that happened for the sake of something, the butterfly effect, something. So whatever happened, whether you remember it or not, have your higher self recapitulate and diminish it through forgiveness and letting go, and realize you have work to do. And your work is the great work, the work of the whole universe, and that is a recycling center. Those who are disobedient to the will of the divine order of God, selfish, self-centered, ignorant, narcissistic, shameful, sorry, not sorry. Go through the salt, the purification, and decide to see the truth, see the light, and grow the soul, become twice born, and they will be saved. And it's a wonderful story. You are pivotal in that process. You're here for that. I love you so much. You guys, thank you for being here. And if you want to know when I will be going live next, I first of all have to figure out what day is it today, Friday? Oh, I'll be going live tomorrow. Yes. So tomorrow I have Matt at 12 o'clock and Shelly at 2 o'clock. So if you guys want my free reading sessions tomorrow, I'll probably be going live early. And I will be on about, when I'm finished with Shelly, probably 3 o'clock p.m. Central, if I have the energy. Otherwise, you'll have to order, all right? And there will be a wait time. We'll see you guys then. Have a great evening. Go outside. Get away from positive ion. Dun, 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 dun. You guys been taking salt baths. That is so good. Bye-bye, you guys. Love you.